calling you a radical. So let's get a video of this. This corporate whoredom, it's so disgusting what they're doing. The Supreme Court's hearing arguments today on, they stripped the copper off it real quick, didn't they? And sold that, it was copper. So, this is what's happened on the state universities. This is the evolution of the last 20 years. This is what's happened. Let's go for a walk. This is state property. The Board of Regents that Weber hates used to be Weber, now it's me, corporate whoredom. The Board of Regents are so corrupt, it's unbelievable. Not only sold off the radio signal when I was in the bone, they never got away. They killed the most famous radio station, investigative journalist station in the history of this state, 88.1. They killed it. Carrollton Clan sold the signal. Why is it? They never got away with the boat. They run Manny out of town. You know, it's corporate whoredom. So the Supreme Court's hearing. By the way, the nuclear energy bailout's dead in Cleveland. It took the FBI to arrest him, and one of the bribees has been found dead in Florida. Was he Karen Silkwood murder? Was he talking? My guess, probably. My guess it was a murder. Oh, the nuclear industry doesn't do that. Okay. Look what they've done to Kevin Blanch. You know, they own the world. Look what they did at Fukushima, Japan to the cleanup workers, the distraught, the homeless, the mentally handicapped, people who own the mob money, refugees, just murdered them. Everybody goes along with it. So, state universities. So, I see all over the Utah Jazz. We almost died on the plane, hit the last flock of birds. The irony of it is I flew from New York with Donovan Mitchell. Now he says he's afraid to fly. I actually met him, first time I ever really met him. I knew about him in the New York City airport. When he got drafted, we had a really great conversation about Kevin Durant. Don't feed the lion, but so the corporate whoredom's over the top. It's outrageous what they've done to the universities. It's incredible. This is the marquee one that they did it at Weber State. Let's cut up here through here. So, what they did here, #1 school business in the United States, #1. I have the last letter recommendation, the famous Clyde Cooley. It's infamous now. The infamous Weber State. #1, via the testing for years, very elite, very hard to get through. I have the last letter. Supposedly had the first MBA, but who wants one now? So, Utah wanted to do this supply chain gig here, Chinese made goods, through the governor's office, through the Utah State Dirty Herbie and Clan. And Clyde Cooley, the #1 finance professor in the country, who ran the entire show, says, no way. So, in '99, we had no MBA program, but we were #1 undergraduate program for years and years and years. So, they give us an MBA program, the state legislators. I'm coming from Wall Street. Well, I'm going back and forth from Wall Street here in my plastering business. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist in those days on Wall Street. Good one. I want that first MBA from Dr. Cooley. So I come home, where's Dr. Cooley? Just head. Mad cow. Yep. He lived in Bountiful. Stair cycle, burns it. Killed him. So they're panic. It was his MBA program. He was going to teach the whole thing. It was his show. They're in total panic. Mike Bonnie's still around. He's a dirtbag. So, gotta love that. Bart Simpson, head of the vinegar reactor. So, Kyle Matson's like, Kevin, I don't even have an MBA. We'll give you one. Dr. Hanley, who's recently died, who already had dementia by then from playing football. His brain's bashed in by the NCAA. It was already over for him. He completely was gone. His brains got bashed in. He donated his brain to the foundation. So they give the NBA. Gotta hope you brought. I got my soup can. So they're gonna build a hotel here. They sold state. Weber state taxpayers. So this is important. A lot of these people don't understand this. What they've turned into. FU. They don't get it. Let's go to the freaking leukemia games. What a sham that's turned in. Backfiring. We were supposed to get right here. We were supposed to get speed skating. They built that. We got curling. Unfucking real. By the way, Luann, when she died, last time I talked to her was right here. She died of COVID. I got my native shirt on today. So let's flip the can. We can lean the camera. So state, look it up. The highest paid employees in each state are coaches. So the NCAA is a group of attorneys, criminal derelict company, and it's so grotesque. The burden always on the state taxpayer. Well, the athletes get paid zero. They get shit. It's got to be a revenue sharing agreement. There has to be a revenue sharing agreement. The coaches, they should, I mean, what college athletics has turned into, it's all about them. These coaches are multi-millionaires for the most part. Now, we have a special coach here as far as Weber State football, Jay Hill. He's a special breed, that dude. You know, oh boy, snowball chance in hell to turn around. We love that guy. I do. I really like that guy. He's the best thing that ever happened to this university. Well, not ever, but so. If you got it, you can. Look at this. This will blow your mind. Not that. No, Josh. He'll play in the NFL. He's that good. Great guy. I'll tell a story about, hopefully this camera can keep going. University and FU. So the NCAA is a group of attorneys. Think about the business model. The state taxpayer pays for the arena. The state taxpayer pays all the coaches, every dime, for the most part. There's some private universities. BYU goes out in the first round every round. Pay their employees 0.0. They're so brass at the March Madness this year, they're advertising our top 10 investors and our honorable mention in, you know, ad revenue. Oh, got this for a reason. How sick are these fuckers here? Why would they have that? Do you know what that means in Japanese? You know what that means in Japanese? Well, is it subconscious? They don't even know what the fuck they're doing? I don't know. It's disgusting. So, the nuclear bailout. Here, coaches. These fucking coaches are fucking disgusting for the most part. All of our players, they don't love shit. Their money. Throw your hat in the fucking ring. It's pathetic. You gotta go learn to go without left. They sell them a fairy tale. You're going to be the next King James. You're going to play in the NBA. You're going to be the next Cinderella. You're going to win the fucking lottery. You're going to be the next Jeffrey Meltzer. Sell off the fucking real estate privately. Why? Because I was on their endowment. I met their money years with Dr. Cooey. This is the university. The nuclear university built this house. The nuclear university built this house. When they merged Utah Construction, who built the reactors at Fukushima, Japan, they cheated. They cheated on them all. In 75, when they merged, gazillion, that's what built all this. Utah Construction is General Electric, is Fluor, this SMR, that scam. So the SMR scam that's going in Utah, they're funding. I asked the governor himself about the SMRs not long before he got elected. This is the only municipality and the most corrupt thing, and they're taking bribes like crazy. I caught him taking bribes in the Utah State Legislature. He told me he didn't know what they were. So did the Attorney General. You can look it up. At the Bear River Massacre. I'll quote Governor Cox. at the Bear River Massacre site 2 years ago. Well, he's lieutenant governor then. He won with 34%. Well, he's better than Dirty Herbie. Oh my God, what a crook. So, we're here for the Bear River Massacre because this was Utah territory. I'm like, after I says, don't air your ignorance in public. What do you mean? This was never Utah territory. Franklin, Idaho was never Utah territory. The Bear River, it was Washington territory. Well, that's not what we were told. Then I interviewed Sean Reyes, who, I don't know what his trip is. And I asked him, well, there's a lot of talk that you're related to this Jose Reyes, this new scale, the Reyes connection. Are you? No, I'm not related to him. Okay. We're standing right by there. He's up there at the Bear River Massacre. We're by there. Well, what about these little SMRs? What about those here in Idaho that Utah's funny? They took bribes. It's all bribes. Right here, Floor Construction. That's who it is. This is who Floor Construction is. Right here. We're here in the belly of the beast. The Wattises, the Floor. Utah, this is the nuclear. I mean, one day you'll realize this. I grew up here. He's like, I don't know what that is. What? And then he turned around and says, well, make me perfectly clear, I am not related to him. He sure knew not to make sure that he wasn't related, What's going on? I don't know. We'll find out with him. I'm going to talk to him here soon. I wasn't able to get into the legislature this year. Got to go with that left. You get better with that left, Kev. The NCAA is a fucking sham from hell. These players need to walk off the fucking field, It's disgusting what they do to players. There needs to be a revenue sharing agreement where the taxpayers are paid back. The coaches shouldn't even be paid by these taxpayers. It's a professional league. It should be paid by the NCAA. NCAA is the most corrupt fucking. So this is important here at Weber Haight University. It used to be It used to be a fantastic place. It's all fucked up. Supply chain, look it up. They took over our school business, and she's Chinese. And to bring Chinese slave-made goods. That's the expansion on the airport. By the way, if you've been in the New Salt Lake Airport, it's a piece of shit. It used to be the most beautiful little thing. Big, ugly, hideous. Oh, it's a disgusting fucking thing. So they took over our supply chain. You can look it up. She forbid her students and told the Utah state legislators in session on the economic that they forbid them to go see the Dalai Lama. Oh my God. Somebody told me the other day, we're in the park lot, he says, well, they're still ranked. No, they don't rank high. They only test 520. They tested 512. It's the worst school business in the country. It's a joke. It's a clown circus. It's disgusting. Look at these scores. Look at the graduation rate here. Used to be this fucking powerhouse university. This boutique, really fucking state, probably the best state university in the country. It was an incredible place. Great professors. Professors that were here not for the money because, the best in the world. They're all gone. They're all dead. Now it's pathetic. Oh, it's disgusting. And the NCAA just takes advantage of it. What a metaphor this is, huh? What a metaphor. What else is in your bag? What a metaphor. So, what a metaphor that is. I talked to him. What the fuck is that? One of our vendors. Okay. I'm going to tell this story because Josh, he's a great kid. We love that guy. Spring football. So the NCAA in 2000, same time Lillard was playing right here. Lillard, he's got me so pissed, right? It's all about him. He's a me, selfish, just like the rest of them. Black Lives Matters with their vests on. You're gonna have billionaire socialists. Okay, telling us about freaking social. Black Lives Matters co-op and stole from the Million Mass March. We're still at it. Death by cop right here where we live more than any, the Matthew Stewart things really started in the death of Daniel Willard. Right here. So, Trevyn Smith, good Mormon boy from the same town as Josh. McBride, who got filthy stinking rich off abusing players. Hounded his brain. Yeah, he came from the University of Utah and came here and coached for a while. They wouldn't recruit local players. Go ask Kevin Dyson. Go ask the Vigil boys. All of them wanted to play at Weber. They wouldn't get the worst coaching. It was the most corrupt football program in the country. They got the death sentence. Sex for grades, fucking losing his program in the country. So, I did the play-by-play in those years. It was so disgusting. Now they've turned it around. They're one of the best. Snowball's chance in hell. So they bashed his brains in. McBride bashed his brains in, bashed his brains. The NCAA never gave him 5 cents. Where the fuck was the NCAA? This should be the biggest story as far as the NCAA corrupt bastards. He's got 4 kids, good Mormon boy. He has a stroke, I think, at 27 years old. Not long after his playing career is over. And a heart attack. I mean, perfectly healthy. He becomes so messed up, he's a total mess. I mean, he becomes distraught, he becomes all messed up. Like, that's what happens when you massive brain injuries. He ends up homeless in Salt Lake. I'm born on the 4th of July, 2019. He's picked up at the homeless shelter. He's put in a jail cell and he's beaten to death. All-time leading rusher in the history of this football program. That's 101. And they got Jamie Martin, the Ring of Fire, went Wildcat Morris, Lee White, Scott Shield. Where are all those fuckheads? You know, where's Lillard on this? Lillard was on the camp at the same time. Fuck yay! Fucking, I did the play-by-play on Lillard's fucking game, 8-24, and I tried to tell it, Damien. You know, think about that. On 8-24, the year Kobe dies. Damien, walk out, show him how. Drops a half quarter. You'd think that video would have hundreds of thousands of views. On, you know, the Hail Mary, hundreds. They got me kettled. You know, stand up to the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. Did they kill this guy in Florida that was stood up? Utah's took so many bribes. Where's the FBI? I don't know, but the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate, Fukushima, one word. The Olympics. I used to run against Ed Eyestone. He's the coach. He and I used to run. He ran at TH Bell. I ran at Walquist. You know, when we were kids, I ran against him. Call the fucking fire department. It's disgusting. They sold it off, built in a hotel, private. I managed their money. They had inherited hundreds of millions of GE stock. When it was 64, I begged them to get out. When it was 54, I pleaded for them to get out. I got kicked out. I got blackballed. If you don't think there's a long history of blackballing people, do you know the first player of color in the history of the NBA played here? Won 2 national championships. What? Yeah, his name's Watt. He was Japanese. You don't think racism against it? Oh, they fucking... Oh, please. The NCAA's the most racist, fucking abusive people. Where's his fucking number retired in there? Won't mention his name. Vaughn McKay Brody, greatest fucking history professor, you know, female writer in American history. Here, won't speak her fucking name. Why? Blows my mind. It's unfucking real. Go fucking team. I know a long video, but it's gotta be done. What's that left here? Dick Motta coached here. So did Phil Johnson. Dick Motta won NBA title in '78 with the Bulls, and they used to wear hard hats. I have a hard hat. From hard hats to crowns. The average athlete, when he won it with the Washington Bullets in 1978, made less than 4 times, less than 3 times, actually, the average working class American. Vern Gardner right here, who fucking played in the NBA, has rings. Arnie Farron, who has rings. Vern taught school right here at Bonneville High. Now look at it. Billionaire. Oh, we were afraid to fertilize. We hit some birds. We're going to tell you about we're billionaires going to take on fucking take it from Kevin Lynch. Disgusting. I've always supported them. Zach's playing in Vienna. But they don't support me. Go team. Fuck the NCAA. Fuck the NCAA. It's fucking disgusting. American canned. Should have revenue sharing. 99%. Fuck the NCAA. They should be put in jail. Locked up. Stand tuned.